What is going on? Happy Super Bowl. While I am narrating this, it has not ended. It is the halftime show right now, and I want the 49ers to win just because my brother wanted the Ravens to win, and I wanted to make a bet with him. But whatever. This is a new team I made, and I wanted to make a team completely based around Banded Dodrio, and this was my first attempt of a team, and he definitely needs some major buffs, and I will work those out, and you will see that in the next video, because Banded Dodrio, oh my god, it is unstoppable. But sadly, I've really wanted to try it against an Alomomola to see how well it does, and I have not been able to. But my team, as you'll see, I'm using a Minun, and that is just for the Wish, Volt Switch kind of stuff. And looking at his team, the only threat can be Gardevoir, depending on if it's Scarfed or Specs or whatnot, and then the Jump Luff, because, oof, those things are annoying. But everything else looks pretty easily able to handle with my Dodrio, so yeah. Let's get into this right now. And right off the bat, I'm leading off my float cell, and he's leading off his semi-poor. And I set up the bulk up as he goes for the nasty plot. And let me just say right now, this match is incredibly good. It's epic. And so I go for the return +1 to 77%, and then he straight up takes me out the grass knot because it's at +2 and whatnot, and that is pretty strong. I go into my Dodrio just to revenge kill him with the quick attack. Don't really have anything better to take it than Dodrio, so that's what I do. And now I switch out into my Parasect because it has dry skin, and if he toxics me, I have aromatherapy, and so it just seems like a good switch. Oh, and right here I made an epic prediction, predicting the Girafarig to come in with Sap Sipper, because I know that that's the best ability it gets, and so I pretty much made a graded prediction right there that paid off. And yeah, I was just taking a wild chance, and it worked out. And so yeah, I go into my Specs Torkoal. For some reason he goes into his Jump Luff, but I go for the Flamethrower and straight up takes it out. So that is probably the biggest threat on his team gone right away. That is just awesome. Now he goes into his Wartortle. I go in my Minun just because it has the super effective to threaten it out. And so now I'm thinking, okay, he's probably going to switch, but no, he doesn't. He just stays in and gets the crit with the Scald, but no burn, which is always good. And I'm just like, okay, he's probably going to switch because I do have the super effective stab on him, but he didn't switch. And I just go into my Girafarig, and I take the Scald, and luckily he is not getting the burn. And I'm just going for the Workup now, and I have Workup over Calm Mind or something like that just because with Workup, I can go into my Specs Torkoal, my Minun. I can go into pretty much anything and get use out of it, and that's pretty great for me. And so now I'm just trying to set up all over his face because he cannot really, I mean, he can do things to me, but he can't really take me out very fast. So that's why I'm deciding to set up. And I should have just gone into my Dodrio because I can outspeed everything on his team if the Gardevoir is not Scarfed. He's just going for the counter for some reason, but he has a Girafarig, and I'm pretty sure we all know that most Girafarigs are specially based, and Girafarig actually doesn't have bad special attack or speed, and it gets great moves. So I think I'm going to make it Specs or Scarfer, just a physically attacking Girafarig. I have never just seen a general use of a Girafarig before, and it seems pretty awesome. So I'm going to try that out, probably not in the next video, but sometime in the future. And so I take his Wartortle out, and now I'm at 50% after the Wish and the Burn, and his Gardevoir comes in. I'm like, okay, it is probably a special wall on how he brought it in. Let me just Wish, see what he's going to do, then Baton Pass out into my Dodrio, but no, he tricks me the Scarf, and so that ruins my whole plans, and I'm going to have to start a whole new plan. And so my plan was to stay in, scout out what kind of set he is, and effectively just die. And happily for me, I die pretty early and figure out that he has Trick, Will-O-Wisp, and Psychic, so his third move is probably Heal Bell. I go into my Dodrio just because it's banded, and that cleanly takes out the Gardevoir, which is just awesome. The pure power of Dodrio. But I did not want to risk it not KOing the Armaldo, and it probably wouldn't have, so I fought her off my Minun, and now I'm like, okay, Torkoal, this is you. And I slowed this part down a lot because this is so epic. Okay, so I'm like, okay, Rock Blast. It does 21%. It can't take me out in 5 hits unless he gets like maximum damage or a crit. So I'm like, okay, it's doing 21%. 20 or 18%, and I'm like, no, 20%. I live. He gets min damage. I live with 1%. I am able to get off the flamethrower, which is specs. It does 84%, which is a ton more than I expected. That is so crazy that I was able to live the 5 Rock Blasts. He goes for the Rock Blast again. He hits it. It takes my Torkoal out. This is crazy. Now I get to bring in my Banded Dodrio and pretty much easily outspeed it. And I'm pretty sure Banded Jolly Brave Bird from a Dodrio is could do a lot to Armaldo, so that is easily going to take it out. That was a great game. So leave a like if you enjoyed this great match. And yeah, if you'd like to know what any of my sets are or leave me suggestions for a move set, that would be great. Oh, and I have to tell you that this week I might not be able to upload a lot at all because my parents are grounding me. So if I do not upload much at all this week, like not a lot at all, then I'm very sorry, but I can't really help it because my parents are going to be grounding me. But anyways, goodbye.